Okay, I'm at Northwest University at the cafe. I'm finishing up. This is a second video to the first video I was doing, and I'd finished off on my last video with these two stalls here being moved backwards. We want to take this stall line right here and put it right where that expansion joint is, and then put in the same size stall, one here and then one here, and then we have a crosswalk that we're putting in that's crosshatched right here, and that crosshatch goes right through the front of that car, and that's why we're moving these back. Okay, so that's that. Also on the front here, going across the front of the road here, we want people to know that it's not for just parking anywhere. So he asked if we could put two 4-inch lines that are spaced about 16 inches apart from each other, going all the way across, and then inside the two red lines doing some 12-inch letters that say no parking, like right in the middle, just says no parking. Okay, so that's the striping there on that area. And let's take you over to this tree that's over here. Okay, so this is going to be concrete work, so the first thing we're going to be asking ourselves is where's staging? Well, we can reserve this whole side of the street here for staging. Okay, there's about 100 feet along this from speed bump to speed bump. We can use that, plus we can use where I've got my car parked on that ramp for more staging. But we've got this concrete pad back here that they used, or they did, to put some trench drains in. My guess is they might have put trench drains in because they couldn't figure out the flow here. Right now, it flows this way on the sidewalk, and then over here it kind of flows this direction. Well, you've got this grassy area right here that seems to sit a little bit higher, maybe, than this area of concrete. So I think they were getting a lot of water just kind of collecting right in the center here. So I said we would take out this whole area. So starting back from here to this joint, we would take all of this out, take all this concrete out, plus these drains, take this area out, and then saw cut, or yeah, it's not really a saw cut, but I think we'll have to saw cut right there. Take all this area out, and probably, just to do it right, probably need to gosh, I'm trying to think. I'm sitting over here in this area. This whole area looks lower than over there in that grassy area. I think we need to come all the way back to here though, and take out this old sidewalk, take this out right along this line, go down here, and then recreate this flow line to run in this direction away from the building. There's no drains over here right now, so I'm saying we need to try to get the flow going in that direction, and potentially dig out in the grass here an area maybe for like with some drain rock, in order to get the flow of water going over to this area, because it kind of sinks right here and heads down the hill. So, and imagine the flow of water will eventually make its way this direction if we can create a flow line that comes this way. It sits kind of high up here where this tree is, and this grass kind of sits high, so I'm thinking we could get the flow going in this area. I'll get the dimensions for you on this. I'll have it marked out on a map, but we'll need to consider this as 5-inch depth or 4-inch depth on this, and like I said, I'll give you the dimensions on this here in just a second. Okay, so you got from right here, this area, this is a 24 by 8 that comes around here, 24 by 8, and then you have from this area right here, if we cut this out here, you've got a 40 foot by 8 foot going all the way down, 40 foot by 8 foot. I'm sorry, 40 foot by 5 foot. 40 foot by 5 foot right to here, to this joint, and going in this direction. Okay, that means removal of trench drain, which looks like about 30 feet of trench drain. You've got one lid right here. I don't know if that's like an irrigation valve maybe underneath. And that's it underneath there. Okay. I think that's it for now. And any other extras will be indicated on Google Drive with the map, or the site plan and instructions from Christian. So what I'll do is I'm going to take all the concrete, all the striping, and all the asphalt work that needs to be done here during Christmas break, and I will put it on one sheet called quantities and tally up everything on that. Okay, so like I said, work to be done during Christmas break. I'm already doing work for these guys out here at Northwest University, and plan to do so with a contract every year. Any questions, let me know.